I always do these get ready with me videos, reels on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. I haven't done one on YouTube in a long time, so I figured let's do it. I am currently alone in my apartment in LA because JR is in the Philippines right now. There's some shows out there. It's been a really long time that we haven't traveled back to the Philippines together. I don't think JR's gone back to the Philippines without me ever since we moved to LA, which is kind of crazy. I feel a little bit FOMO because it's just weird that I'm here alone and he is back home enjoying our house. Lucky him. But yeah, I guess it's nice to take some time just to myself where I can focus on things I want to do, on my own schedule, and really take quality time for myself. He left a couple days ago. So far, I've gone to a little yoga class by myself, a little sound bath, which was really fun. I've been taking a lot of walks, like slow and steady long walks. I can't work out right now because I sprained my ankle last Sunday. Wasn't being careful. I was getting in my friend's car and there was like a slanted gutter that I didn't notice and my ankle just rolled. And usually I'm pretty good at catching myself because I've sprained my ankle a few times before. But yeah, it just wasn't happening for me that day. It's been a couple days and I can walk straight again. So grateful for that because I was moving really slowly the past few days. But yeah, it's not fully healed yet and there's just certain angles that hurt. Give myself some grace while my body tries to heal itself. Probably not the best idea that I wore a white headband while doing makeup, but it's okay. Let's do this. So recently, I've just been kind of like brainstorming of what kind of content I want to do for YouTube. It's so nice that this is an avenue for longer form content and I can talk a lot more over here without feeling like I have to cut everything down to 15 seconds or a minute. Definitely the vlogs are really fun, like the travel vlogs are really cool. It's very organic. It's really just documenting my life and wherever JR and I get to go while we're out here living our lives in LA. It's nice because it gives people that haven't been to LA or these parts in the US kind of an idea of what it's like and how things look and a little sneak peek into our lives. So I'm really thankful that you guys watch my vlogs and I'm just looking to grow my channel this year. The goal is to get my subscribers up to 100,000 because it's been stagnant for all of these years. I'm already at 40K something. It was very difficult for me to keep this up, but I have complete control over content and what I choose to create and put out. So making it my mission to post consistently. I want to be able to talk more about my experiences, what it's like moving to LA, to a new country, because everything was kind of a whirlwind. Like we didn't even plan to move to LA and now we're coming up on I think almost 4 years. Time goes by so fast and we're so busy trying to figure out our lives and you don't realize how much experience you're gaining while you're living your life. You just never know who's watching and who can pick up a lesson or a gem from me sharing my experience. That's part of the goal of my YouTube channel as well. I want to find my people. I want to connect with you guys and share experiences, connect with the people that go through the same things, share life hacks and all that kind of stuff. So I think for this video, ouch, I just poked my eyeball. So for this video, I want to explain what it's like to be living in LA to somebody who doesn't live in LA. What is it really like? It's so weird. Whenever I do my eyebrows, it's like that's the only thing I can focus on and I can't really talk. It's so hard and it always takes the longest for me to do. Hold on one second, let me finish this. When I first moved out here, I have a friend who's a very successful YouTuber, dancer, content creator. I think I was only like a couple months in. He said that it takes about 1 to 2 years to really get accustomed to LA. And when he told me this, I was like, damn, that's way too long. I'm a global nomad. I've lived in so many different places, alone in Australia, Italy, New York. And now that I'm in LA, as a grown-up, I had this assumption that LA would be a breeze for me. And not that it was hard at all. It really wasn't that hard. It was very challenging to move here, but I'm not one to think of things as hard. Like I just live my life and I go through things and I just do it. And then I look back and I'm like, oh dang, that was actually not as easy as I thought it was. Moving to LA as a grown-up, as a married woman, as someone who has built a career back in the Philippines and kind of just left all of that behind for the time being and starting fresh in a new city, in a new continent. I've lived here before, so not really a new country. No, just like a new environment. moment. Like, you have more of a responsibility, you have more pressure on yourself to make something of yourself, or to try to connect what you've built in a different space and place and industry to your new space, place, and industry, and try to seamlessly connect it like a straight line. That's what I expected for myself to do. And boy, was I in for a surprise, because it doesn't work like that. You don't just move to LA knowing nobody, knowing nothing about the city and about how the industry works, and think that it's gonna be just as easy. It's like picking up riding a bike. No, I'm grateful that I had all of the tools that were necessary for me to be able to assimilate really fast, but it's still very daunting and intimidating. You really have to have thick skin, and you really have to have drive. That said, let's explain what LA is really like to live in. Let's start with the obvious. LA has the most beautiful weather, period. The winters are cold, but they're not as bad as New York or any other place where it gets really, really cold. Like where you actually have to wear heavy duty down jacket or coat. I mean, I guess you could dress up that way out here for fashion purposes if that's your style, but it's not necessary. And I love that because you still get a winter, but it's not as intense. I don't want to go back to live in New York because of the harsh winters. The rest of the year in LA is absolutely beautiful. It's warm, it's sunny, it's perfect. You get warm, sunny days, chilly nights, and you literally could go from the city to the beach to the desert to the mountains with snow all in one day. Isn't that wild? In terms of landscape, you definitely get the best of all worlds if you're adventurous or if you're down to just exploring what Mother Nature has in store. Outdoor activities out here are really top-notch, and that's pretty cool. Now, in terms of the term LA, I didn't know this before living here, but LA is actually a really big city, and it's made up of a lot of neighborhoods and nooks within each city. Let me explain. I really had no idea. I knew California was vast, but I didn't know how ginormous LA actually was in terms of landmass. So I guess I could compare it to New York City, where, you know how New York has 5 boroughs? There's Manhattan, the big city. You have Queens, Brooklyn, the Bronx, Staten Island. So those are the main boroughs in New York City. Obviously you have upstate and Long Island and all that jazz. We're talking about LA. So when it comes to LA, it's kind of like saying New York City is LA. So then LA consists of Hollywood, the Valley, the beach towns like Santa Monica, Venice, and you have Silver Lake, downtown LA, Beverly Hills, Brentwood. You get the gist. There are so many nooks out here. Most of them are like a 15 to 30 minute drive away from each other. And because LA is so vast and wide, it gets really traffic out here. You really kind of have to plan when you go venture out into these neighborhoods if they are far apart in traffic. And the cool thing about each of these neighborhoods is every neighborhood is unique. Every neighborhood has its own personality. Even how the buildings are laid out, architecture, and just the vibe. Every neighborhood is different, and you can tell when you spend a little bit more time in each. For example, you have Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive, Brentwood. That area feels very rich and bougie. They have a lot of mansions sprawled out, really big, beautiful homes. You can tell that very wealthy people live around there, keep their streets really clean. Then you have Hollywood, which is kind of ghetto. It's not the cleanest place. It's very touristy and kind of grimy. It is what it is. There's a lot of landmarks in Hollywood that are still relevant and really cool and really known about LA. You have the Valley, which is my bias. I love the Valley. It's close enough to the city and Hollywood and all the action, but it's also secluded and more quiet. There's a lot of street parking. It's just more laid back, a lot less pretentious than other parts. The Valley consists of like Burbank, Sherman Oaks, Valley Village, Studio City. A lot of the studios are out here. Post-production houses, dance studios, and creative spaces are in the Valley. So I think that's also why I like it. Everything that we need to get to, all right here. You have Silver Lake and East Hollywood, which is really artsy and cool, very vibey. It's also very hilly over there. So with all of that said, because there are so many neighborhoods in LA, you have to pick where you want to live wisely, because basically everything you do on a day-to-day basis revolves around like a 3-mile radius within the neighborhood that you live in. I'm in the Valley. I'm not really crossing over to Santa Monica unless I really have to, or going to downtown LA. It's actually a trek. It takes me 40-45 minutes to drive down there. So I do all my errands, my appointments within the vicinity, within a 5 to 10 minute drive from where I stay. So you're gonna have to be comfortable and like the area that you choose to live in. Also, it helps if you have friends that are nearby. Let's say I live in Studio City and I have friends in Venice. I probably would never see them because it's just too far of a drive every single time. So it's nice to have friends or know people within the vicinity of the area that you live. I can compare this to Manila. You live in Makati, Rockwell, BGC. That's the neighborhood. You don't really venture out of there unless you really have to because it's so traffic. It takes so long to get from one place to another. I live in Quezon City in the Philippines. So whenever I have to go to Makati, it always takes at least an hour drive. So I have to plan out my whole day, make sure that I get to do everything that I need to do when I go to Makati, and then I wait for traffic to die down to go back home to Quezon City. It's like that. It's kind of like Manila trained me to live in a place like LA. So different from the New York City lifestyle. If you don't like driving, well, you better get over that really quick and start learning because LA is such a driving city. There's not a lot of public transportation over here. If you're comparing New York City and Japan and Korea, London, it's very different. We don't just hop on the subway, our Oyster card or our Metro card and get around really, really fast. You have to drive. There's a ton of freeways out here and people drive really fast, like really fast. People drive here so fast, it's crazy. But luckily the roads are really big, really wide, really spread out. So it's fun driving here because the city is literally made for driving. I learned how to drive in Manila, and if you know the Philippines, it has the worst traffic in the world. If you know how to drive in Manila, you literally can drive anywhere. So LA driving for me is a breeze. A lot of people complain about traffic over here, but it's really not that bad. Try traffic in the Philippines, in Manila, during Christmas time. Yeah. I'm gonna go get a drink really quick. I'll be right back. I've been obsessed with flavored sparkling water lately. It's so good. It just makes me feel like I'm drinking something more than water, but it's just water. There's no added sugars, but it's just really yummy. Okay, where were we? Oh yeah, we were talking about how far and spread out LA is and it's such a driving city. Because LA is so spread out, it can feel a little lonely and isolating. I don't mean that in a weird way. It's just kind of one of those it is what it is kind of things. Like the fact that you have to drive everywhere, it just makes it harder to make organic connections. Like I can compare that to when you're in New York, you walk out of your apartment and you walk down to your favorite coffee shop. There's more of a chance for you to bump into people on the street, people you know, people you just meet at your favorite restaurant. In LA, you're driving all the time, so then you're in your car isolated. Everyone's in their own kind of like zone. It's much harder to make organic connections unless you really put yourself out there. So LA is really big in networking. There's a ton of parties, events, and you just kind of have to find your tribe and find your community and activities that you enjoy, that you want to take part in. Then you meet people through there. Usually like workouts. LA is very big about workouts. We have so many yoga, Pilates, boxing, F45, like HIIT training, all kinds of gyms. So you'll definitely meet people if you sign up for one of those. Even yoga and wellness centers are huge out here, which is really cool. So yeah, you have to make a bit more of an effort, get out of your shell, make an effort to leave your apartment, leave your house, see what's out there and see what LA has to offer. Because if not, then it'll feel kind of lonely and depressing. LA is the perfect place to explore. The one thing to note about LA is that everybody comes here chasing a dream. Whether that's a career in entertainment, to start a business, to work for a company, people come to LA with a really big goal to succeed. It's not for the faint of heart. If you are in entertainment like I am, this is like the Olympics of the entertainment world. You are competing with the best of the best of the best in the game. And it's daunting. And it's scary, and you get a ton of people out here trying to do the same thing, but not everybody has the same kind of grit, energy, moral compass, and audacity to be out here. What's cool is everybody and anybody is here, so you're literally at arm's length, a drive away to see, meet, or encounter somebody that works in the industry that you are in. And that's part of the magic of LA. It is very cutthroat, it's all about who you know, and it's all about how hard you're willing to work and how much guts you have in you to make your goals and your dreams happen without sacrificing your moral code. So I guess a few little wisdom gems that I can share is you have to have a strong armor if you want to make it in LA. You have to have thick skin because if you want to be the best out here, the standards are pretty high. So you got to be prepared to do the work. It's a mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual game. But if you are up for the challenge, it is so fun and fulfilling. Definitely a colorful life worth living. LA is also super duper uber expensive. Like, it's ridiculous. It kind of just like flew by me how expensive things have gotten. I try not to eat out if I can. Sometimes have to eat out at least once every day. I try to make food at home, but you know, it takes a lot of time and energy to cook and wash dishes and clean. But I just feel so bad every time I order food out because of how expensive it is. I just went out to get a bagel for myself this morning And I spent 20 bucks. That's with tax and tip. 20 bucks for a bagel? I could have made that at home. Just didn't have the ingredients and I was kind of in a rush. So I really just wanted to get something in my tummy. And coming from someone like me who grew up in the Philippines where the cost of living is way low, it's just ridiculous. But you can't stay in that mentality. Yeah, it is pretty expensive, but you're getting a lot back in return if you choose to look in the right places where all of these blessings are and we're surrounded by it. It's also a reminder that you can't be lazy and you can't stay content. You have to work really hard. You have to want it. You have to want to elevate your life. You have to train yourself to believe and to think that you're gonna make the money and you're gonna make it out here and you're gonna have the best life that you'd ever dreamed of. Lastly, a lot of people talk about this, about LA, that it's fake and it's what city in the world doesn't have those same qualities if you choose to subscribe to that kind of mindset. Yes, there are situations where not the greatest, not the best people show up to these situations and events and places, but you have to learn to enjoy the different personalities of the people that you meet out here because everyone's different. Everyone comes from every walk of life and we're not raised by the same people and the same morals and values. We have the choice to take it personal or not, to remove ourselves from situations or to put ourselves in situations. But you have to kind of take everything with a grain of salt out here. You'll meet a lot of people that talk big game but have nothing to show for it. They'll lead you on, they'll offer you the world, they'll make you think that you can't do anything without them. It's a lie. You have the ability to do everything for yourself. And if other people want to jump on the train and help you get there, that's cool. But you don't need anybody. All you need is yourself and God to make things happen for you. A big lesson that I've had to learn here in LA, because at first I was believing everybody. I was meeting so many people and everyone talked big game and I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be so easy. No, half of those people that I met the first 2 years that I was here, getting out there, networking, they didn't really follow through on what they said that they would do. Or they just wanted to get something out of me or use me for the name and the experience and the fame that I had built in the Philippines. Just stuff like that. It's just a matter of navigating. But on the flip side of that, I've met so many amazing people in LA. There's some really quality people out here. Angelinos, people that are born and raised in LA, are actually so damn cool. They know what's up. They know all the best nooks and places. A lot of the people that aren't so cool are usually transplants. Came out here for all the wrong reasons and are jaded by their experience. Networking and meeting people is so valuable out here. Definitely very important because it's all about who you know. It's also an opportunity to get a blueprint of the lay of the land, what kind of people are out there. You really get a feel of the pulse of the city. Once in a blue moon, you'll find a solid contact or a solid group of people. And when you do find those good people, you better keep them because they're rare, but they're out there. So yeah. It takes time to settle in and feel like a local in LA, but it's definitely doable. I can agree with my friend that it took me about 1 to 2 years to really go through everything in LA and then figure out my tribe and my vibe and my flow. Now that I've been here almost 4 years, I do feel very comfy and local here in LA. So yeah, that's how I would explain LA to someone that's never been to LA before. I hope you like this video. Let me know what you think. Do you agree or disagree with me on some of these things that I've mentioned? Sound off in the comments if you guys want to know more and let me know what else I should be covering on my YouTube channel. Once again, I hope you guys like this video. My name is Mica Javier. For all the newbies out there, thank you for watching my video and I hope you subscribe, comment, leave a like, and share my content if you feel called to do so, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.